Civilizations rise, civilizations fall. But some didn't just collapse. They vanished, leaving behind ruins, legends, and unanswered questions. Today, we're counting down the top 10 lost civilizations that disappeared and what we know and don't know about them. 10. The Cucutini Tripilius civilization. Where they lived, Eastern Europe, mainly modern-day Ukraine, Romania, and Moldova, around 5000 to 3000 BCE. What they were known for: they built some of the largest prehistoric settlements in the world, with thousands of houses arranged in circles. Historical significance: they practiced advanced pottery, agriculture, and urban planning long before many famous civilizations. How they vanished: archaeologists believe climate change, resource depletion, or invasions forced them to abandon their cities. Strangely, many settlements were intentionally burned before being left behind. 9. The Indus Valley Civilization. Where they lived, modern-day Pakistan and northwest India, around 2600 BCE. What they were known for: advanced cities with sewage systems, grid layouts, and standardized bricks. Historical significance: they were as advanced as ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia, but far more mysterious. How they vanished: possibly due to climate shifts, river changes, or economic collapse. No evidence of major wars has been found. 8. The Hittite Empire. Where they lived, Anatolia, around 1600 to 1200 BCE. What they were known for: iron weapons, chariots, and one of the earliest known peace treaties. Historical significance: they rivaled Egypt and dominated the ancient Near East. How they vanished: the empire collapsed suddenly, likely due to invasions, internal rebellion, and economic breakdown during the Bronze Age collapse. 7. The Ancestral Puebloans. Where they lived, southwestern United States, Arizona, Utah, Colorado, and New Mexico. What they were known for: cliff dwellings, stone cities, and advanced irrigation systems. Historical significance: they built entire cities into cliffs, some still standing today. How they vanished: severe drought, deforestation, and social conflict likely forced them to abandon their homes around 1300 CE. 6. The Minoan Civilization. Where they lived, the island of Crete, around 2700 to 1450 BCE. What they were known for: palaces, art, maritime trade, and the legend of the Minotaur. Historical significance: Europe's first advanced civilization. How they vanished: a massive volcanic eruption on Santorini caused tsunamis and ash clouds, weakening the civilization before invasions finished it off. 5. The Kingdom of Aksum. Where they lived, modern Ethiopia and Eritrea, around 100 to 900 CE. What they were known for: massive stone obelisks, trade routes, and early Christianity. Historical significance: one of the great powers of the ancient world alongside Rome and Persia. How they vanished: trade routes shifted, climate changed, and the kingdom slowly declined into obscurity. 4. The Olmec Civilization. Where they lived, southern Mexico, around 1200 to 400 BCE. What they were known for: giant stone heads weighing up to 40 tons. Historical significance: often called the mother civilization of Mesoamerica. How they vanished: still unknown. Environmental changes and internal collapse are suspected, but no clear cause exists. 3. The Cahokia Civilization. Where they lived, near present-day St. Louis, USA, around 1050 to 1350 CE. What they were known for: massive earthen mounds and a population larger than medieval London. Historical significance: the largest pre-Columbian city north of Mexico. How they vanished: overpopulation, resource depletion, and political instability likely caused abandonment. 2. The Mayan Civilization. Where they lived, Central America, Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras. What they were known for: astronomy, calendars, writing, and monumental cities. Historical significance: one of the most advanced ancient civilizations in the Americas. How they vanished: droughts, warfare, deforestation, and political collapse led to the abandonment of major cities, though the Maya people still exist today. 1. Atlantis. Where they lived, unknown if it existed at all. What they were known for: described by Plato as a powerful, advanced civilization. Historical significance: the most famous lost civilization in human history. How they vanished. According to legend, Atlantis sank beneath the ocean in a single day and night. To this day, no definitive proof has been found, making it history's greatest mystery. Brain quiz time. Test your knowledge. 1. Which civilization built giant stone heads? A. Maya. B. Olmec. C. Hittite. 2. Which civilization had advanced sewage systems? A. Indus Valley. B. Aksum. C. Cahokia. 3. Which civilization lived in cliff dwellings? A. Minoans. B. Ancestral Puebloans. C. Olmecs. 4. Which civilization disappeared after a massive volcanic eruption? A. Hittites. B. Minoans. C. Maya. 5. Which lost civilization may only exist in legend? A. Atlantis. B. Aksum. C. Indus Valley.